Here are 10 things you need to know on this South Africa versus Nigerian saga. Number 1, Nigerians purport all manner of lies to discredit South Africans, where it's clear South Africans are living what Nigerians can only dream of. Number 2, a Nigerian mocked South Africans for trooping in thousands on a recruitment exercise for a cleaner job. But in 2011, as a core member, I was part of a team that conducted a recruitment exercise for a cleaner job in eastern part of Nigeria, and we had over 12,000 people that showed up, including master's degree holders. Number 3, Nigerians mock South Africans on rather leaning towards their colonial masters who are in union with them based on their mode of independence. But shameless Nigerians forsake their own country in search for a better life as slaves in the countries of these colonial masters who further disrespect them. Number 4, Nigerians mock South Africans for their loyalty and rather association with whites, but shameless Nigerians, in their search for better lives in South Africa, give it away that blacks who associate with whites are more superior than blacks who don't. Number 5, South Africans, in their genius establishment of unionized independence and discipline enough to rather work with their colonial masters than a quick move to eradicate them like Nigerians did, enjoy all manner of development and working systems. Nigerians, on the other hand, are in a mess. Number 6, Nigerians, in their move to escape their own country's challenges, of which they are contributors to, elope to other countries for survival and as slaves. But South Africans enjoy brotherhood and association with developed minds. Number 7, in seeing some South Africans castigate themselves in this course of recent beauty pageant saga shows South Africans are not biased but transparent. Meanwhile, Nigerians will patronize evil and support injustice as long as it's their own against others. This is seen even within tribes and ethnic groups in Nigeria. Number 8, Nigerians might be individually rich, but South Africans are collectively rich as a nation. And this, by every definition and discretion, is what success means. Number 9, South Africans as a nation are contributors to the development of the world, but Nigeria as a nation is a nuisance to the world development, as you cannot give what you don't have. Number 10, again, I am a Nigerian, an Igbo man to be precise, but like Socrates, I am, above all, a citizen of the world. Therefore, a better world is my priority. Thank you very much.
Almost everything this guy speak, now far to Nigerian, according to him now, Nigerian popping all manners of lie to discredit South Africa. Or everything this guy speak, it be facts. Because sometimes I keep asking myself how Nigerians say that they managing pumping lie, like they go make this lie to be more genuine and more real, and they go publish it there. And this lie, if you don't take it, you go think say na truth and a lie. It's just like in those days when I was in Nigeria, they tell us that Nigerians is the one supplying Ghana light and other things. We all believe in. Honestly, when I come to Ghana, and I get to understand that, oh, this thing a lie, because I don't find document everywhere. I have not seen anything when Nigeria giving Ghana light, and I find out that all this thing a lie. Pure lie. Pure lie. Oh, Nigeria. Fear Nigeria, although if you don't fear Nigeria, and some of the youth are so foolish to the extent that they go accept it easy. May God have mercy of those who they accept lie. Yes, Nigeria pumping all manners of lie to downgrading and other African country. It's like, it be bad. It's so sad. What you did not give in, you claiming you giving those African. Although today we have a lot of video for you. Watch.
This is the question to all the Gari nation, the Jollof nation. I'm back for you again. Let's put the fact. If we can take the powder away, and when I'm talking about the powder, you don't know you know of what I'm saying. If we can take the powder away, we take the Yahoo scamming that you do away. What else can you do better? What else are you guys known for? What else can you do in other people's country? Because you guys are known for selling powders. And when I'm talking about the powder, you know what I'm talking about. And because of the scamming, the Yahoo boys, scamming people, I'm a white man in London, I'm this and that, what, if you win this, or what. You know what I'm talking about. If we can put that aside, what else can you guys offer in people's country? Because this stuff, it's actually known even in your own country. That's what you do. Apart from selling powder, exporting and importing powder, and doing Yahoo, scamming people, what else can you guys offer to the world? What else are you guys known for that you are better and excellent in doing as skills or anything else? What can you offer the Gari nation, the Jollof nation? What?
Now, this one is the latest name, Gari Nation. That now the latest name they give to Nigeria now. Before Generator Republic, Eba Nation, now Gari Nations. People are calling Nigeria now. But this Gari Nation, it just start now. Just be aware. Gari Nation. That is Nigeria. When you hear Gari Nation, just know saying Nigeria they are talking about. Yes. What does guy? You already know what that guy mean. That is what Nigerians are doing now. Very soon, they will also add that name to Nigerians as entirely. Although, listening to this one too, because we have a lot of message for Nigerian today. And South Africa, I hope you are there. Wash.
Yeah, Mr. Manager, good morning. I've just seen this beast talking like, I don't want to use some terms here. See these people? You see them? He doesn't know anything about history. Ghanaians are superior to Nigeria. He doesn't know it. Sudan has scored Ghana. It happened yesterday or 3 days ago. Look back to history. Ghana has scored you 25 times to 12, 19 draws. Do you know that? What can we do? We led your independence. There's nothing you can do about it. Ghanaians have brains. Ghanaians are intelligent. Ghanaians are able to govern themselves. And that's why you have about 50 million in Ghana waiting for deportation. Ghanaians are normal human beings recognized by the whole world. Look at how people are chasing you from South Africa. Ghanaians are even chasing you. Very soon you see the result. Which country accepts you? You are using Ghanaian passport. Most of Nigerians are. What kind of uselessness are you people? If you have brains, if you can govern yourselves, if you have integrity, if you actually think as normal human beings, will you be using a country like Ghana's passport? If not because Ghana is superior, calling yourselves giant of Africa, you don't even understand what giant means. Population giant of Africa, no brains. No brains. What makes you better than Ghana? Tell me one thing. History is an entertainment. History doesn't make country good. And that's why day and night, your Nigerian security is always deteriorating. And you can't even stay in your own country. I repeat, Ghana has called Nigeria 19 times to 12. When are you going to equalize that history? When are you going to be able to equalize that record on history? Are you going to be able to erase it? Are you going to be able to delete it? Tell me. Ghana was the first country that made efforts to bring to an end that your foolish Biafra war. We summoned all your so-called war commanders, Yakubu Gowon and Ojugu, to Accra. Find out Go to YouTube. Ghana is not a match for Nigeria. Nigeria cannot match Ghana. If you don't know that, that you are foolish talking, with foolish everything. Let me just look. Ghana has always been your superiors since the 1930s. When there was hunger in Nigeria and started coming to Ghana, that was 1930s. And it came to a point where Ghanaians were trying to instill civilization in you Nigerians. Most of you did run to the bush and you started kidnapping children, even during those times. And so it came to a point in 1957 when Nkrumah himself deported you Nigerians. 1957, Nkrumah deported you. That was well before the 1969 good job done by our former prime minister, late prime minister, great patriot of Ghana, deported you through the Aliens Compliance era in 1969. So don't come here and fool yourself, okay? If you don't know your history, because look, the problem most of you Nigerians have is not knowing anything about your history because your education is not up to date. What kind of education do you have? You have about 10 million, at least 5 million Nigerians in Ghana universities. At least 5 million. Nigeria is the leading international students in Ghanaian universities. You are about 60% of all international students in Ghana universities. So, are Ghanaians you are equal? It means you are only fooling yourself on social media. Ghana has called you 19 times to 12. When are you going to make up with that record? Ghana brought peace to you through your foolish Biafra war. Are Ghanaians you are equal? You are using Ghanaian passport. Ghana is the only country, African country, that's a black African country that have had one of its own citizens to be United Nations Secretary General in the person of the late Dr. Kofi Annan. Can you erase that record? Where is Nigeria? What has Nigeria achieved on earth? Can you tell me any one thing? Ghana won independence and led your independence. It's an achievement, great achievement. Otherwise, we'll be sitting on monkeys on trees. Even that, look at what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is a collapsed country. 250 million, 300 million plus. No one sensible person to leave your country. And you are here bluffing, you are here talking trash. I think you need to go back to school. No brains. You can't come and talk nonsense about Ghanaians. Ghanaians have always been superior to you. Just that intelligent people don't come and talk, and empty barrels make the most noise. And this is something that is known by many Ghanaians, and that's why we don't mind you. Foolish people, the most useless country in Africa. Ghana has, let me repeat, Ghana has called you 19 times to 12. 19, if you don't know, ask, find out, and you'll be told. Ghana led your independence. Ghana led Nkrumah mentor your independence. If you want the proof of all that I'm saying, I will show you videos or video titles on Mr. Manager's channel here to find out if I'm lying. Ghana is a superior country to Nigeria, and that's why about half of your population are running to Ghana, and we shall deport you. Wait and see. Ghana is a country that is superior to Nigeria, and that's why you are using Ghanaian passport. Without Ghanaian passport, you can't survive. Ghanaians are superior to Nigeria, and that's why South Africans are chasing you, but they are embracing Ghanaians. Yesterday, Mr. Manager showed a video, an audio where a Botswanan lady praising Ghanaians and condemning Nigerians as beasts. So Ghanaians are not your equal. If you don't know it, learn it from now. I'll come back to you again. Thank you, Mr. Manager. And let this foolish person, beast, hear this message. And they should educate his Nigerians to stop talking trash, because they are, Ghanaians have, you can't even come and kiss Ghanaians' feet. You are not fit to even kiss Ghanaians' feet. You are just useless. Goodbye.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Naja. I've been following you for some times, but never and ever I send message to you. But today I want to send message with this guy where he talk about football. Football is a game, so I don't take it serious. As he talk, say nothing Ghana sabi this and because of football, but he doesn't know football. Sudan is the one of the best football country in Africa. in ancient times. Why? Because Sudan, they can be problems. Now they recover, they get themselves. You will see very soon when Sudan will raise up, because any country that have football, you may know when they go to problem. Now Ghana get problem for economic crisis and many other things. Ghanaians were no, and now as I talk now, because of elections, because of, so there's no proper organization, and instead of them to comot politics from the football, I make Ghana will cover back when after the elections, because Ghana is a football nation, Nigeria is a football nation, and all those countries sometimes they will go down and they will raise up. So no how. For me, sometimes if Nigeria they play, I like to support them to win. The same as some Nigerians will support Ghana to win. So if somebody it is sabotage Ghana to lose, it's a game. That is how it is. So don't take it. It's an insult. I don't take it. It's an insult. No, because that is how. Because for sometimes, if you check record to Nigeria and Ghana, we are more better than them. So all the time, they want us to go down so that they can come up than us. So if you see this, or if you hear this, somebody they talk about football. I know many Ghanaians when Nigeria they play, they used to even to put drinks for down, say make Nigeria not the win. Now for me, I know. For me, only say Nigeria they go play for to Ghana. Now I go support my country. But if Nigeria they play to any other country, like this African Cup where they go finance to Costa de Marfil, I like Nigeria they beat Cote d'Ivoire, but unfortunately Cote d'Ivoire take it. So that one don't take it high. I don't know how many people go comment, go they will talk and all those things. For me, I did for Europe, Spain, and many Nigerians and Ghanaians. We sometimes we go for casino, they watch footballs. We see how argument will they do. So for football, it's a game. So he get opinion, leave him. That is how it is. So don't worry. This is I don't think it's an insult. No, for me, I don't take it as insult because he like Ghana to lose. So Ghana has lose. That's fine. No problem. I know. No, we say Ghana no get footballers. They get, but because of economic problem, politicians, and also the so forth. So it's small how I can say it about football. So this is a football. Don't worry. Thank you. Bye.
All right. You know, Nigerians always downgrading and look down on Ghanaians. That one has for a very long time, which is that have to be stopped. We need to stop it as a Nigerian. If you're a Nigerian, you're watching this video, stop it. It wasn't in Ghana alone, even South African. They are that great. It's not, let's just say almost African country, but the one they do most is Ghana and South Africa, right? Yes, okay. Now, watch this video. I'm coming back.
You see that country that their citizens are everywhere. Like their country, their citizens are scattered all over, hustling. The same way you are running to. You know, that same reason why you are running from your own country is the same reason they are running to. It means all is not well. So such countries, run away from such countries. Number two, you see that country that, even as you just imagine in your head, say, let's say I want to go this country, and they'll just give you visa one. You've not said anything, no. You just imagine that. It's like I will just go to this country, and they'll just give you visa. You see such country, reject it, run. Nothing there. They are even waiting for you to come. The small one you are coming with, let them, so that they will milk that one from you. Nothing there, that country.
Kai. Nigeria don't suffer. Nigerians don't suffer in the hands of Nigerians. Nigerians need justice. Justice Nigerians need. We need to fight justice. How can you telling me, say, Nigeria, nothing there for Nigeria. And Nigerian citizens are almost everywhere. They are running away. Now, if you are going to Nigeria, according to her, although it's not mentioned the name, but you know already now. Although you know mention the name, but you already know. That means she's telling you that when you go back to Nigeria, nothing. They will rather collect the one that they your hand. That is what she say, Already you can advise yourself because now only visa, they must use visa now to collect my Nigerian visa. If you are abroad now, you are coming to Nigeria, you go to Nigerian embassy, but they don't go even take money before they give you the visa. It was so disgrace. Yeah, so big disgrace. You are using foreign country and you are going to visa. You want to collect visa for Nigeria. They will just dash you. They don't go answer you anything. Kai. This woman go keep person. And everything she's saying is true, but a lot of them will just come here and they will not go and insult her. They will rather come and insulted me. I beg, watch this video because I have a lot of video for you. Watch.
Well, those Africans in those territories or those nations that are not their fatherland must represent, the character, the integrity of where they're coming from.
Okay.
Nigerians and South Africans need to have the highest respect for South Africans.
Okay.
Okay, like we're talking with someone, how if you talk around drugs, around things to do with drugs, I don't want to use the next word, it's very strong. Then you talk of like the Igbos.
Okay.
If you talk about digital fraud, Yahoo, your 419, you talk about the sect in Nigeria called the Yorubas.
The Yorubas, okay.
Then if you talk about dollars, talk about things to do with bureau de change, you talk about the Hausas. So you can see that, and sometimes, like in South Africa as a case study,
Okay.
this set of people are the people that sometimes create trouble. Not all Nigerians are terrible.
True.
Not all Nigerians are terrible. I must say that there are wonderful Nigerians, incredible, fantastic Nigerians like you.
Thank you.
Are you?
That's why I'm called the Afropolitan Apostle.
Okay,
He just made me blush as if I'm a woman.
I want to say you're wonderful, or the South Africans have to say you're wonderful. So yes, we need Nigerians in South Africa, Nigerians in Kenyans in South Africa, Zimbabweans in Botswana to live and have an integrity, a character, discipline, sort of things that will not indict you and cause trouble to your staying as a stranger or as someone who is from the diaspora in that state.
If you are to send a message to, I'll personalize it now.
Yes, please.
To a Nigerian pastor who is a diaspora, what will be that message?
Nigerian pastor, listen to me. You are a pastor, and that means you are the representation of God. And you are someone who carries God's people before God. And that means you must live above indictment. You must live above scandal. Never you use God's name to deceive God's people. Never you use God's name to have a double personality. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is condemned. So it's time for you to repent. If what you're doing is wrong and you are into ministry for an ulterior motive, it's time to repent, because there is judgment and there is serious consequence. So I just want to advise you, please and please, don't use God's name in vain. Don't be a counterfeit. It's time to be an original. It's time to defend the call. It's time to be a mediator, to be an advocate for peace and for righteousness. If God has sent you to a land to be a voice of restoration or healing, a voice of counsel, a voice of intercession in that land, then I believe you should be able to be that voice or that sound that God will trust in that land, not to be part of the trouble of that land.
Fellow progressive forces, there is this issue of crime I need to address, particularly when it relates to our African brothers and sisters, because the accusation is such that, particularly coming from these people calling themselves patriots and Commander Morning, let me actually tell you that under Diaror, any person who commit crime, any person, it doesn't matter from where, whether you're from Nigeria, whether you're from Zimbabwe, it is Zimbabwean nationals who are going to rise against any individual who commit crime with their name. Because we cannot generalize. There are so many Nigerians who are in this country who are law-abiding citizens, who are actually obeying and respecting the law of this country, who are here legally, and some of them are actually even, providing scarce skills in this country, whether it's in engineering and various other forms. But we are saying any person who commit crime, whether someone is from Nigeria selling drugs, it is our Nigerian brothers in South Africa who are going to condemn that individual, because that individual doesn't represent Nigerians, all the entire Nigerian nation, but he has decided to be a criminal himself. But our African brothers and sisters are going to lead from the front in fighting crime, right? In fighting crime and condemning those who are committing crime in South Africa with their names. So that's how we're going to approach this question of crime as DRR. And we want to ensure that there is unity amongst Africans, right? And crime is going to be dealt with as crime, and then does it. We cannot afford to hate one another. We really can't. We can't afford to hate one another as Africans. We'll never afford that. So we are going to work with our African brothers and sisters who are respecting the laws of this country in condemning those who are committing crime with their names. So we are one people. We are one nation. So let us not impress whites by hating one another. We need to be one. We need to support each other. We need to learn from one another, because our African brothers and sisters, most of them possesses a special skill within which you and I as South Africans can learn from.
My fellow Nigerians, especially Nigerian youths, I take God beg una, I dey ask you, is it that all of us don't come to the conclusion, say this Nigeria matter, this our condition for Nigeria, we are completely hopeless. That is Nigeria case, don't they helpless. We are a totally captured people. So no matter what in government do, no matter the policy, no matter how bad government treat us, there is nothing we go do. That is, we don't surrender ourselves. That is, as Nigerians, as we day to day, Nigerians be like the understanding girlfriend for bad relationship or violent relationship. So we are overall best in understanding. We can take anything. For those of our fathers, especially religious leaders, traditional leaders, and all of that, where go they tell us, pray for country, pray for leaders, pray for country. Okay, with all due respect, our fathers in the Lord, we don't pray so they fuel don't reach 1,000 something now. So which kind prayer now they help the Saudi Arabia fuel? Which kind prayer they support Russia, Europe and all that now? Or is there something that we as a people need to pay attention to that we are not paying attention to? I thank God beg on our Nigerians, because see, the truth of the matter is, on the earlier all of us come to the understanding, say, this current government and system of leadership is the real weapon that is fashioned against our lives. The earlier, the better for us. To ensure that we come together and make sure, say, this weapon stop to the prosper. Because, see, everybody in Nigeria today is just a potential victim waiting for government or Nigeria to happen to you. God forbid. But even when they say God forbid, remember that today's victims were yesterday's survivors. Tomorrow's victims will be today's survivors. The dead can no longer die. The next set of people who go die will be between you and me who are alive. God forbid. As we do I don't care, the prayer be say make the victim card no fall on us. Today in Nigeria, there is good leadership, there is bad leadership, and there is APC. What this current government is providing for Nigeria is the textbook definition of how not to govern a country. Nigeria as a country almost exists so that other countries can learn how not to govern their nations. If not, how do you explain a situation where today for Nigeria, the cost of human head, they cheaper than bag of rice? Abi una no watch the video interview. The ritualists and people, organ harvesters, where they parade for Lagos State Police Command. Where they talk and they interview. If they cut head only 50,000 or what 25,000, they say human being body parts, human head. Because we have built a system that rewards criminality and corruption from the top. So everybody is on the loose. Everybody is a prey in the hands of predators. I tell God, Begona, the major challenge of Nigeria today is that we young people, we have refused to put focus where focus is needed. That is why I go continue to call on everybody where get voice, activists, labor, anybody where mean well for Nigeria. We must come together and place focus on governance, the issue of governance. Tomorrow they go come tell me, say, I make you dey careful. They go send me message, say, Peter, make police there, say, make they no carry, make they no go kill. Me? Nobody can take life from me that you did not give to me. That is not my worry. People where they die for Plateau, Benue, Zamfara, everywhere where they kill innocent people, where some don't die, their family no do. I am not better than anybody. I am a citizen of Nigeria and I deserve good governance. And it is not a crime for me to ask that my government should do well. If President Tinubu does well today, not to appreciate him. I don't know him. Anybody who is president, the Lord be with you. So I don't get any personal issue with any government. The important thing is that the lives of human beings that are under you are not being treated fairly and properly. And it is a shame on you if you are a government. So telling me, say, police or this one go come carry you. Police and DSS will be victims of human rights violations. Police who is also victim of this same failed government. Now, because you carry gun, wear uniform, you think, say, I'm your target or your victim. No, both of us are victims. So you see this issue of governance, why they talk so. I don't they hammer on election. Some people go misunderstand. They go say, this issue of election. During end bad governance protest, they even invite me for some radio station and all that. They tell una. They say, no, 10-point agenda, this and that, that and that. Any protest where you know, say, go get head. One strong demand that can cover other demands. And we go to the government agency where that demand will be met. No be say we go start to the talk. If you not believe, say you can reform INEC, what give you the mind, say you go fit end bad governance? How do you end bad governance? By electing good governments. The problem of Nigeria today be say the sick and dying body of Nigeria where we supposed to hand over to experienced doctors for 2023 so that they go start to perform surgery on them was handed over to organ harvesters. That is why we must put an end to this organ harvester system of leadership. We must unbundle the entire criminal system. It is not working for anybody except the political class and people in the elites. People who have access to the corridors of power. That electoral law, no they talk, say, Shebi, we've been done to electoral reform before. No. The fact say you do something once, it no work, no means say you go give up. Nation building is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If you did not get it right, we must go back and revisit it. Imagine 10,000 youths of us protest peacefully to the National Assembly. Go and sit down with the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Speaker of House of Reps. We want to unbundle INEC. We need to unbundle INEC. The drama and the magic of INEC, they happen between polling units and collation center. That INEC server where professors say they get glitch. We want to know why there was a glitch. Let Nigerian youth build the server. If you do not build transparency between that collation of voting and collation of results, we are in trouble, complete trouble. That is why we must get a situation where we call on electoral experts, constitutional lawyers, everybody. Let us look at the loopholes that were open to close it. Because guess what? If you think say government bad today, wait until another one come. Shebi una been think say na Buhari worst. Wait until another one rig themselves into power 2027. Imagine running against a government that controls INEC, judiciary, law enforcement, thugs, and every other thing. How do you expect to scale through? And it is not our duty to be thinking of, they're not going to reform them. They're not going to reform them. No, it is our duty to put maximum pressure on the system and the government until they do what we want them to do for the betterment of the entire country. Anybody who is there, INEC chairman, Senate president, they are all public office holders who are being run with taxpayer money. The people in power cannot be greater than the power of the people. Because those who are the people in power must get their power from the people. Any power that is gotten outside the people will become your own albatross. Nigerians, we must place focus where focus is needed. It is not easy. It will not come easy. It will take courage and resilience and a determined people. But we must do away with distractions. Put our focus where focus is needed and demand a better country in the best interest of all of us. Because this current system and template we are using is not working. It is serving only the political elite. It is serving only people around the corridors of power. And you and I are potential victims waiting for Nigeria to happen to us. May that not be your portion. God bless you and God bless Nigeria and Peter.
Igbos are the most confused set of people in Nigeria. You see, anytime when I hear about this Biafra or IPOB of 18, it is very, very laughable. One thing that will make you to know that these are set of confused people, frustrated people. Just take an Igbo IPOB man or woman and ask him or her, what exactly do you Igbos need from we Nigerians? They will tell you, first of all, what is the meaning of South? First of all, an Urobo man is Igbo man, Ikwere man is Igbo man, Shekiri is Igbo man, Ijo is Igbo man, Bini is Igbo man, Fulani is Igbo man. I don't know exactly what they need. And when you meet another set, they will tell you, we need Biafra. Give us Biafra. We will go. Who is holding your Biafra? Your 5 states have your House of Rep members and senators. For goodness sake, they can go to the Red Chamber and put forward a request for referendum. That is the first step you are supposed to take. Instead of you going to other people from other ethnic groups and continue to embarrass yourself, telling them that you are Igbo, you are Igbo. Are you to tell me who am I? Are you to tell me my identity? I hear on social media some of these unscrupulous elements spreading wounded civilians started it. Is your model you started it? Joe Doblood started it. This and that started it. They will even come under my comment section. The only thing you can hear from them, you be Ovie, you be Mugu, you be illiterate. You see, these are the exact description of your ignorance. First of all, you do not respect the boundaries between your ethnic group and other ethnic groups. Nnamdi Kanu came on air since 2013 or wherever, started to air that wherever two cloth, people tie two cloth, they are Biafra. A child that was born yesterday that does not know how come how Igbo started occupying the southeastern region, which is now the 5 states of the Igbos there, dominated by the Igbos. It did not even go as far as reading the Igbo landing story that depict and elaborate on the slavery history of Igbo and how, where they took them from and how they started to settle them there temporarily before taking them through the seaside where the Shekiris and the Jaws dominated by the water side. Instead, you keep on formulating stories of how they come from Israel. Did the Urobos follow you people from Israel? Did the Benins follow you people from Israel? Did the Shekiris, Ikweres, Ijos, Ogonis, Akwa Iboms, Ibibios, and many other people, did they follow you from Israel? This is where you should have traced. But then, for you to come up and start saying that other people should deny their identity and take up your identity as Igbo. No, this is where you will not like me. And this is where I will not give up my identity. And that is why you don't like me. And I don't want you to like me because I want to keep my identity. I cannot give out my identity. Instead, give me yours. You Igbo, give up your Igbo identity and take up Urobo identity. Then I will know that you are asking for a good thing. But it is very clear that some people who are ignorant do not know that the Biafra the Igbos are talking of is Igbos' expansionate and supremacy agenda that they are about or trying to execute, which is dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. No other ethnic group will give up their landmass, will give up their identity to tell you that you Igbo, you have tried to, intimidate, bully them in order for them to give up their identity. That is the meaning of slavery. That is what I will call slavery. Any person that denies his identity, if you are Igbo, remain your Igbo, we love you. If you are Bini, Edo, remain your Bini, remain your Edo, Esako, Afemai. Remain your identity. If you are Robo, keep your identity very well. If you are Ijon, Shekiri, Ogoni, Akwa Ibo, Ibibio, and many others, Ikwere, keep your identity. You remain who you are. We are one Nigeria. If even Nigeria didn't hold, like I used to say, let the people determine their fate. Do not sit in your house and begin to draw maps online to include the landmass of others that they belong to you, Igbos or Biafra. That is where the embarrassment is coming from. The earlier you know this, the better for you that Nigeria is for everybody, and every ethnic group have a land where they are of origin. That land, do not tell them that you Igbos or Biafra own that land. I cannot remember my parents telling me that Igbos were the people that were tied to cloths, so we imitated them. Of course, Israelites do not tie two cloths. So you came to meet the Robos tying two cloths. You came to meet the Ijos, the Shekiris, and many others who are of origins tying two cloths. And you met them, you imitated them because they brought you people. That is why I am referring you people to go and read the history of Igbo landing. You will know where you come from and how you find yourself on that land. I am just said I'm not making this video to offend any Igbo man because I have a lot of Igbo friends. But then there is need for this, for an Igbo man to continue to come outside and call other ethnic groups that they are slaves or of here as they mean. They should not, because it is highly documented. Anything that is not documented, do not claim it, because social media is catching fire these days. Of course, we hear of people talking words that are incriminating, that are against the law, that are quite irritating, words that can incite or ignite problem, violence. We should avoid them, but go and read your history before you talk to others. Because when they ask you, those people you think that they are of your slaves, you cannot get the history to bring. But watch YouTube about Igbo landing is an assignment before you come to my comment section to continue to say other ethnic groups are slaves. Read Igbo landing, or you go to your YouTube, go and type in Igbo landing. You will get what Igbo means there. It is not me, it is an assignment. I refer you. I do not want to call the Igbos any name, but when you read on Google Igbo landing, or you go to YouTube, watch Igbo landing, you will know your identity and know how to address others. It is a simple assignment. Thank you. I love you all. I love my Igbo friends. I love Igbo people, but I just want to refer them to know their history. Those that does not know their history, that just come up to write rubbish, and those that does not know how other ethnic groups are, that every ethnic group is on its own, but Nigeria have brought us together. Thank you. Let us respect the boundaries of each other. I have respect for every ethnic group as much as you respect other ethnic groups. Thank you very much. I love you all.
Are you seeing? Now, Nigerians no love themselves and they want outside country to love them, their neighboring country to love them when they don't love themselves. As they don't love themselves, how are them also going to love you as another foreigner that come to Nigeria when Nigerians are fighting themselves as a Nigerian? Some people will ask me, so it concern me? It concern me. It concern me because I'm a Nigerian. That is why it concern me. I hope you understand. My problem here is that if you are a Nigerian, so you don't love yourself in Nigeria, no problem, keep it there. But when you travel outside Nigeria, make sure you keep outside Nigeria's net. So that innocent people like me and the one on the one they have not even born, we not going through what you are so, the bad thing that you are showing in foreign there. We are not going to suffer it, okay? Now, everything I have for you for Nigerian, okay?
No forgot to subscribe to Master Manager Nigerian News. Subscribe, okay? Subscribe.